So please join me in giving Dr. Joan Sage a warm welcome.
Thanks, Lois. As a president of Oregon Right to Life, I want to welcome you, each of you here, whether you're pro-life or just sympathetic to pro-life or even not pro-life yet. I want to welcome you and thank you for all being a part of this gathering to honor our lost generation of friends, classmates, co-workers, and family members. In many ways, this time strikes me as a bittersweet moment for the pro-life movement. I suppose some of you hear bittersweet and wonder, yeah, I know about the bitter, but where's the sweet? After all, it's been 40 years since Roe v. Wade decision, and here we are again, another million added to the abortion toll. And after all, we, the people of the United States, essentially reaffirm the same political matrix, which seems to ensure another season in our country of anti-life policies and laws. And sometimes, doesn't it seem that our government has a blind spot to its own actions? There's such a dichotomy at times between our leaders' words and their political actions. Take, for example, the president's words when he was grieving the recent tragic deaths of young school children in Connecticut. And he said they were kids who, quoting him, had their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own. Yet, at the same time, the administration is set on policies such as federal subsidies of abortions, which will take the lives of thousands of other children. Yes, I see the aborted as children. Small, yes, but children still. And they too are being robbed of their entire lives. They won't see the light of day, much less their first birthday. Those 55 million didn't. Now, we all have blind spots, but how can we reach hearts that grieve for some set of children, but yet forsake others? So where's the sweet in this bittersweet? The sweet is in what counts in the larger scope of things: God's sovereignty, hearts being saved, and lives being saved and hearts changed. The sweet is in knowing that God is still sovereign. He is in control regardless of the political landscape. He is not surprised by any of things that are happening, and it pleases him for us to be his instruments to help protect innocent lives. Sweet, too, are the thousands of boys and girls, men and women alive today because their moms did not go through with an abortion, in part because of pro-life encouragement and support. It isn't seeing women who already had abortions recognizing the reality of the damage that abortion caused them to their psyche, their spirit, their bodies, and they're speaking out about it. We have some examples here. Here. What an encouragement it is also to witness so many young people born after Roe v. Wade, recognizing the injustice against their missing peers and standing for life by their actions and career choices. Students for Life, I salute you. And abortion workers are leaving the industry. That is majorly sweet. Read about Abby Johnson in her book, Unplanned, and the impact that 40 Days for Life prayer ministry happening outside her abortion center. Read about the impact that it had on her, even while she was one of Planned Parenthood's Employee of the Year. You see, while abortion groups have garnered more funds and maintained dominance of the media, we who stand for life have been successful in changing hearts and saving many lives. So we continue our work, countering the bitter political challenges and finding new ways to influence others for life. I'm reminded of one thing that really fueled my passion to protect the unborn, and this is something that even the very busy among us can do, and that is to attend the Oregon Right to Life statewide conference. I believe Gail will mention this later, but whether you're young or old, student or retiree, I strongly encourage you to consider attending. It is a fun and energizing experience that pulls in prominent national pro-life speakers and thinkers. I want to introduce you to one of those prominent national speakers now, like our pro-life champion and president of the National Right to Life organization, Carol Tobias, who we are honored to have here with us today. Let me tell you about her. Carol grew up in North Dakota, where she was involved in the pro-life movement at a young age. Her parents were the founders in the founding group of the North Dakota Right to Life. She has held one or another position, board member, executive director, political director at state level and national Right to Life organizations. Over the last 30 years, she's been involved. She has appeared on numerous television programs and radio programs across the nation, as well as the nation's major newspapers. In 2011, she became the president of National Right to Life. She and her husband make their home in New Mexico, and I want us to join me in welcoming Carol Tobias to Portland. And thank you so much, Carol, for joining us. Thank you. Thanks for being here.